truthfully, my style is not boring. My style is just the fact that I make shit easy. Like, guys can't do nothing with me. It's like you could name all the best fighters in my weight class, but if you put them in the ring with me, they all might look like Teofimo. Like,
hold on, for me to come out of my house and to dig in my pockets and pay $10,000? No, I'm gonna see some action. I'm gonna see some action.
Are you a big boxing fan?
Yes.
Impossible.
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if he won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
Shakur Stevenson, during Shannon Sharpe's live show, called out everyone, especially Gervonta Davis, to fight him if he is not scared, and said he is ready to beat whoever comes first.
Is a superior challenge like a Teofimo Lopez, or you want to have a tune-up fight before another big mega fight?
Nah, I want to fight whoever. I'll fight whoever. I'm down to fight the best fighters. Y'all name them. You know, the fans could come up with a what's that little poll doing?
Y'all put a wish list together. Who y'all want to see Shakur fight?
Yeah, we could go by the poll, and then whoever they say is the best, I'll fight them.
Shakur finds Tank's movement goofy and weird. He doesn't even like talking about him, but his message is simple. Got an issue? Come see him on fight night.
Do you ever think we'll see you and Tank, realistically?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I don't really like talking about him.
Yeah.
Cause like the way that he move is goofy to me. Like, it's some weird shit. So like, I really don't like speaking on him. But like, if same thing that
fighting perspective.
Same thing that I said with Tio. If anybody got issues with me or feel some type of way about me, you could come see me on fight night and resolve every issue that you got. Yeah. I stand by that with anybody.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan says Tank's style is uniquely conservative early, throwing just a few punches while you stay afraid of his power. He just moves in, waiting for that one opening to jump on you.
Yeah, he sets traps, and he's got ridiculous one-punch knockout power, too. He's just such an interesting fighter because his style is so different from everybody else. He's so conservative in the early rounds, throws so few punches, and he lets you work. He lets you work, and you're backing up, and you're always afraid of that power, and he's just moving in, trying to find that opening where he just gets in there on you.
However, boxing analyst Teddy Atlas confirms and validates that Tank is a hell of a fighter, and much more than what a lot of people thought he was, just a good puncher. He calls him a complete son of a gun, not just physically and technically, but mentally.
What I will second is that he's a hell of a fighter. That he's much more than what a lot of people thought he was, which was just a good puncher. He's a complete son of a gun. And not just physically and technically, but mentally. He thinks like a fighter. He behaves like a fighter in that ring. He is patient when he has to be patient. He is always contained and controlled.
Teddy describes Shakur as aggressively cautious. He understands the domain he's in, stays cerebral inside the ring, and never loses awareness.
You wouldn't think when you hear Tank, you wouldn't think this guy's Tinker Toes, you know, where he's going to be balleting around, he's going to be doing any Muhammad Ali stuff. But you know what? He doesn't do it at that level, but he does it. He does it. He takes that tank, and all of a sudden he takes it on the peripheral of the ring, and he puts it on wheels. He takes it off the Caterpillar stuff, you know, those treads, and he puts it on wheels, and he moves around until he finds the right spot. I said one time, I forget who he was doing against, probably Garcia, and he's moving around, and might even been Romero, and he's moving around, and I said, you know what, he reminds me of, Brian, you're getting kicked out of it. He reminds me of the old-time janitors.
Shakur told Tank to stop beefing with Floyd Mayweather because his real fight is with him. He said he's tired of tweeting and talking. Tank needs to stop ducking and make the fight happen.
Say, man, look, man. Your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that want to fight you. Gervonta Tank Davis, let's make the fight happen, man. I'm tired of tweeting. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop ducking me and let's make the fight happen, man. Come on.
Shakur believes the relationship with Gervonta Davis deteriorated because Davis started showing animosity once Stevenson's boxing career gained prominence, and he was perceived as a threat.
Once I became a threat, is where like everything switched over. Once like people started talking about me and my name started getting bigger, then it was like I'll go fight and I'll get on Twitter and he'll like post, oh, he did that because it was a cab driver, or he'll just post some like hating ass shit to where like it was unnecessary to go do that shit. Cause like nigga, I thought we was like cool type shit. So but now he like flipped it to turn it like I did something to him and he made it so believe that shit. But nah, that nigga just, I think like in his brain it's just one person and nobody else could be up here too.
Richardson Hitchens admits he's caught in the middle of the Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis tension. He has real, genuine connections with both, which makes the whole situation feel awkward for him.
How did it feel being in the middle of that and Shakur? Because you good with Shakur, you good with Tank. How did it feel being in the middle of that war?
You know, Shakur and Tank knew each other since kids, but they really wasn't like friends like that. And then when we really helped Tank for the Pedraza fight, he was like, he took us like in, like, damn, like, these young boys sparring me for free. You know, like, you're a champion, you signed to Floyd, like, you could be giving us a few hundreds or something. Like, we're giving you unlimited rounds. Every time he'll take off the bell, like, we giving you, like, rounds for your first championship. We're still amateurs. And
Hitchens reveals the rivalry between Shakur and Tank has been quietly building for a very long time. Their history goes back years, long before any of them reached the top, and the tension runs personal and deep.
It was like, it got weird, because I always knew, like, these two dudes is going to be, like, it. From, like, 2017, when they sparred, I'm like, these two dudes just, like, I know, like, they're small, like, I know the skill set, I know the generational talent I'm, around, I'm witnessing. And we was in Houston one time, this was before Shakur moved down to Houston, and, like, I got them to chop it up. Like, I told them, like, Shakur, pull up on us, we bowling, like, Tank here, like, y'all come chop it up. They chopped it up, we kicked it for, like, a few days, everything was cool then. Shit got sour again. It's like, to me, I look at it like this, like, I don't care for y'all beef. Like, at the end of the day, we all come from nothing. We all come.
Floyd Schofield Sr. is publicly questioning the sincerity of Shakur Stevenson's callouts to the lightweight and super lightweight divisions.
Shakur put up on a tweet the other day. He said anybody from 35 and 40, what's up?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Anybody. He said, no, fighters at 135 and 140, come get your issue.
You don't believe that.
Mm.
So that ain't even nothing to talk about because you don't believe that. Or he would have gave Kid the shot again after Kid got out the hospital, especially after he knew it was in no dehydration, that it was poisoning, and got the toxicology reports to prove it. So he would have gave him another shot. So he don't want nothing at no 135 with Kid or no 140. Or they would be in the ring already.
Despite acknowledging Tank Davis's toughness due to his background, Schofield Sr. asserts that Davis isn't a challenge for his son.
Tank isn't a challenge for us because of our confidence that we gotta win. So for us, he's not a problem for us.
What do you think about his charges being dropped by that girl? What do you think about his charges being dropped?
That's perfect. If he wasn't guilty, it should have been dropped. And he should sue her or whatever. However it got that derailed him, they should get sued for playing those games or doing whatever. But I'm glad he's not going to jail for some shit he didn't do. Mike Tyson ended up going to jail for some shit he didn't do. It's like the same fucking story. That's how I thought it was going to be over, but his is not with rape. But just a female accused or whatever, and boom, suddenly they going out of the prime of their life.
Shakur has made it clear that he isn't scared of anyone in the lightweight or junior welterweight divisions. He insists that fear doesn't reside in him. Instead, it's the other fighters who are afraid to step into the ring with him.
Gervonta Davis scared?
Hey man, like I said, I don't speak on that dude.
Is Ryan Garcia scared?
He been saying my name lately. Let's see if he really stick with it.
Is Devin Haney scared?
We'll see. We'll see.
Pro boxer Nash contends that Shakur Stevenson is the superior fighter, no matter the weight class. Moving up to 147 pounds would not fundamentally alter the dynamics of his fights, especially in his fight against Ryan Garcia.
Kind of we're working on, like, is it the same fight or is it a more dangerous fight if Shakur went to 147? Outside of, I mean, obvious, yes, but skillfully, like, is there a huge advantage that you see that Ryan can have in that fight?
Well, I mean, I also want to say, if you look at all my predictions I've done with you, I mean, I think I'm hitting at like a 95% rate. You know, all the fights that I break down, I feel like it's because I'm actually in the gym with these guys and all these fighters I've watched growing up in the amateurs. I actually was there when Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fought in the amateurs. So I've been around all these guys for the last 12 years since I was 8 years old. So, you know, I know all of them and how they fight. And I feel like, you know, it doesn't really matter what weight class they fight at with Shakur and Ryan.
But Nash argues that the jump would only serve to silence Stevenson's critics. The outcome, in his view, would remain the same regardless of the division.
But I think for Shakur, you know, I'm not telling him to go up to 147 to go do it, to go beat Ryan, but just so, you know, the fans and the haters are always gonna have something to say. But it's like he just went up to 140 and now everybody already wants him to jump up to 147 to, you know, prove himself. But he just proved himself going in there and dominating TL like that. So, you know, I don't really think it makes a difference though. But, you know, just to shut everyone up and you know, show everybody that he's number one in the game. If he does go up to 47, I think it's no difference from 40 or 144. I think he gets the job done either way. But it will be a good fight. But I just think that Shakur is better than Ryan.
Gervonta Davis doesn't view Shakur Stevenson as his toughest potential opponent, and he's been clear about why. In Tank's assessment, Shakur simply doesn't bring the kind of overwhelming offense or fight-altering power that would truly test him at the highest level. For Tank, a hard fight means someone who can hurt you, pressure you, or force you into mistakes, and he doesn't believe Shakur checks any of those boxes in a meaningful way.
6, 7 more fights, and I'm naming names. One of the guys, obviously, you and Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer, nigga. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right,
his power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If you go look at his fights,
so you
I
feel
probably
like
put him on game. Yeah,
hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
Shakur thought Ryan Garcia's performance against Barrios was amazing and said it made him look bad, not because he lost, but because he had been telling everyone for years how skilled Ryan truly is. Shakur also respects that Ryan doesn't lie about opponents because he himself prefers to see a fighter's real ability rather than convince himself they're not that good.
Before the fight, I heard them saying they'll fight me at 144, and then after the fight, I'm here at 147. And I'm not going up to 147 no time soon.
But what did you think about Ryan's performance?
I thought it was an amazing performance. I mean, I've been saying Ryan had skills. Like, I've been knew Ryan had skills for years. So, I mean, he made me look bad during that early fight. That's how I felt. Like, he made me look bad because I kept saying how skillful he was. So, I thought it was a great performance. I thought Ryan did his thing. The only thing with Ryan, you just never know. After he got caught with cheating, whether it's him performing at a high level or is he confident to do the things that he want to do if he's cheating or not. So I just never know.
Bernard Hopkins describes Tank as a phenomenal fighter with sneaky, explosive power who sets traps. He uses his opponent's overconfidence against them every time.
Tank carries the power. He's sneaky. Explosive.
Yeah.
You think you're doing something, and he rides off that overconfident. Where now he recognized this old school.
He's so interesting
Baltimore, Maryland. He's so old school. You know what old school is?
Yeah.
Anybody that's throwing punches is open to get hit. Anybody and everybody that throw punches, you leave an opportunity. It's who get there first. It's like fencing.
When asked if he believes Ryan truly wants to fight him, Shakur said yes because Ryan kept calling his name out all week, not anyone else's. However, Shakur added that everything has to work business-wise, pointing out that before the fight, Ryan's team said they'd meet at 144 pounds, but after the fight, Ryan said he's at 147 and won't go back down anytime soon. Shakur stressed that he's 28 and doesn't plan to move up to 147 for a long time, making 144 the only logical meeting point for that fight to happen.
You don't
lie about your opponents?
Yeah, because you gotta go in there ready for what you're getting in the ring with. You know, a lot of fighters kind of dilute their brains into believing guys is not that good, but I'm not one of them guys. I gotta see and know. That was the same thing in my last fight. I kept saying how good he was, and I knew what he was, but I know that I'm better.
And naturally, he was asked about you, and he said everything he said. He said he wanted that fight, and he has no problem with that fight. Do you believe him?
Yeah, I believe him because
But
I
I thought
think
he
he
was
been saying my name the whole week. Like he kept like, I want to fight Shakur. I want to fight Shakur. He wasn't saying nobody else's name like he was saying my name. So
Shakur Stevenson's training camp for the potential showdown with Tank Davis has been nothing short of intense. Locked in and fully focused, Shakur has been pushing his limits daily, sharpening his already elite defense while adding more explosiveness to his combinations. Reports from camp suggest longer sparring sessions, faster-paced drills, and a clear emphasis on conditioning, preparing him to maintain control against one of the most dangerous punchers in boxing.
Shot you shot right before that, I double teamed you.
What the fuck that gotta do with me?
Exactly.
That don't
What makes this camp different is the strategy. Shakur isn't just training to outbox Tank, he's preparing for every possible scenario. From practicing inside fighting to working on power counters, his team is building a game plan designed to neutralize Tank's knockout threat. Every move is calculated, every round purposeful, as Shakur aims to prove he's not just a defensive genius, but a complete fighter capable of dominating on any level.
This shadow boxing. 14 rounds all together with this, with that, then my sit-ups. Then my sit-ups.
So, Pop-Up said do 10.
You good.
Yeah, I'm coolin'.
You gotta pass.
I know I do.
Checking on.
I know I gotta pass.
How you feeling today, champ?
Like a champ. Ready to go.
We lock in. We lock in. This shit is the dream team.
January 31st, court spanking shit. I ain't waiting nigga on that court. Tell nigga what you on. What you giving January 31st? What you on, champ?
The mindset in camp is just as fierce as the physical work. Shakur has been vocal about making a statement in this fight, and that hunger is showing in every session. There's a sense that he's chasing greatness, not just a win. If this level of preparation carries over into fight night, fans could be in for a masterclass performance or a high-stakes chess match where one mistake could change everything. Tank Davis is known for his explosive power, and his training camp for a fight against Shakur Stevenson is built around maximizing that dangerous edge. Every session is focused on sharpening his knockout ability, heavy bag work, explosive mitt drills, and intense strength training, all designed to make his punches faster, sharper, and even more devastating. His team is pushing him to maintain that one-punch fight-ending power deep into the later rounds. But This camp isn't just about power, it's about precision and timing. Tank has been working on cutting off the ring, closing distance against a slick boxer like Shakur, and landing clean shots on a defensive master. His footwork drills and head movement have reportedly been elevated, helping him stay patient while waiting for the perfect opening. The goal is clear: don't waste energy, but when the moment comes, strike with maximum impact. Mentally, Tank is locked in and determined to prove his dominance. There's a sharp focus on discipline, ring IQ, and staying composed under pressure. He knows this fight isn't just about landing big shots, it's about breaking down one of the most technical fighters in the sport. With his power, improved skill set, and killer instinct, Tank is preparing to turn any small mistake into a fight-ending moment. When asked about his next opponent, the fighter didn't hesitate. Shakur made it clear he'd already stated who he wanted to fight and wasn't going to keep repeating himself. He stressed that boxing needs the best fighting the best, and he left no doubt that he sees himself right among the sport's elite.
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
All right, fight fans, that's all for today's breakdown of the upcoming clash between Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, a fight that could seriously shake up the lightweight division. Now, I want to hear from you. Who do you think takes it? Shakur's elite defense and precision, or Tank's explosive knockout power? Does this fight go the distance, or are we seeing a highlight reel finish? And most importantly, is this the biggest fight in boxing right now? Drop your predictions down in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the biggest fights in boxing. Until next time, stay sharp, stay passionate, and keep your guard up.